So I'm here with Glenn Campbell today, who is the costume designer of Battlestar Galactica. And if you guys have been watching the show, the range of military, the colonials, just everyone is insane. So Glenn.
Hi.
Hi, you're awesome. A lot of people think you're awesome. But before we start the interview, I wanted to briefly let you guys know about this thing behind us, which is the C-Panel flat panel. So C-Panel, yay! They're huge fans of the show and they're sponsoring our event, which is awesome. They're also helping us give away this fantastic 32-inch high-def TVs to basically the best comments on the 5 live BSG cast episodes. So one of these, hopefully, one of the people commenting on our interview will hopefully be the winner. So anyway, let's start from, I guess, the very top. Tell us a bit about your role as a costume designer on BSG.
Well, it's been a fabulous role.
Yeah.
And it's just been great fun to work with such a varied cast. All ages, all experiences, all backgrounds. So there's a lot of levels to relate to people on. And it's been really nice to have it come this far to be able to meet with the fans too. And find out what they're all about.
Have you had a lot of opportunity to meet with the fans, considering you work behind the scenes,
No, I'm generally running, just trying to stay 2 feet ahead of camera. So this is a good occasion to meet people and speak to them and find out why? Thank you. So it's been great.
Good. So I know that today's the second day of the auction, and you've been sitting there anytime I've bumped into you all day, checking out how much those costumes are going for. So how has that been today?
It was a huge study in psychology and economics. I loved the poker faces in the room.
Right.
Absolutely phenomenal. I loved putting the roles to the players that I met the 24 hours beforehand, who were all trying to get information out of us, real subtle information, but they were trying. And I learned really early to just be a poker face myself.
Interesting.
Yeah, so it was just interesting to try and ascertain why the numbers were coming in the way they were, and who was behind it, what it might have been 6 months ago, what it will be in another 6 months when there is another auction.
Right. Which bid on which costume were you most surprised about today?
Oh, we actually were quite surprised about the numbers that came in on the extras costumes that were size specific.
Okay.
They went very high.
Really?
Yeah.
I wonder why. I guess just because
I think people want to wear them and walk around with their certificate of authenticity taped to their behind or something. I don't know. Yeah. So that was a shock. That was good.
Did you say you had a story you wanted to share, actually?
Oh, yeah. There was good drama. The best drama today. This is my favorite kind of drama.
Excellent.
There was a young woman who arrived, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. From Omaha.
Okay.
And the auctioneer said she was standing there, sitting there raising her card, and he kept trying to shut down the bidding.
Oh.
He said, "This girl gave blood to get here. Let's let her have a uniform." Well, that didn't help. So the bidding kept going up and up and up.
Wow.
So she was out of the running. And she was so disappointed. And she's telling me, she didn't know who I was or anything. She says, "Oh, maybe my mom will lend me some money." And
wow.
So I was just about to reach over to my bag. And Alec Peter came around the corner and handed her his card and said, "Here's my card, call me, I'll make sure you get a uniform."
No, really?
At which point she burst into tears.
Wow.
And shook for about 15 minutes because she couldn't believe what had happened to her.
Gosh.
So I thought it was wonderful.
That's really generous, actually. That's fantastic.
Yeah, I was really pleased to see that. And it was all done very, it was our little world right here. And the cameras were all over there, and the auctioneer was doing his thing, and nobody knew what was going on. So, yay, Kelly. That's great.
Congratulations.
Yeah, congratulations, Kelly.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Well, one of the aspects about the costumes in Battlestar Galactica that I know a lot of fans are quite excited and keen on were the military costumes, considering Well, just the accuracy behind it. I mean, was there a lot of research on your part that went into how, like, military uniforms in general and what aspects you wanted to bring into the show to make it as realistic as possible?
Yeah, there's a lot of research that goes into things like that. At one point, I'd been asked if I would cut the flight suits in half and make it a jacket and pants so they'd be cooler for the actors. But I said no, you know. Kudos to Deborah that did them, and it will become a motorcycle suit instead of a flight jumpsuit.
Yeah,
so are we going to change the scripts too? No, I won't do it. And it's pretty rare that I'll put my foot down, but yeah, flight suits are flight suits.
Good, good. Who did you have the most fun for designing? I'd like to hear that story.
Well, I always say that it was Tricia Helfer.
Right.
Yeah.
Which you can see, I mean, the costumes are beautiful.
Yeah, and it was exciting to see how much the potato sack dress went for. As I thought about when I took the cloth and stapled it to a board and then got my foot-long sander out and broke it all down, I went, whoa. So Tricia, and then of course James Callis too.
Right.
Baltar had a few evolutions in his lifetime. And one of the early episodes that we did in season 1 was that we wanted to switch Baltar's clothes. So we told really early how he could possibly switch clothes. And I think you remember he was sitting there almost naked in a poker game. Yeah, so that's how the whole clothes swap deal started going on.
Hilarious.
So strip poker. Lives on.
Oh, the glorious strip poker. That's fantastic.
Yeah.
Now, who did you find the most challenging then to design for and dress?
The most challenging as far as a human live being? The most challenging was all of the Cylons once we got to the Cylon base ship. Right. Because nobody had ever shot that kind of concept before. Right. So directors didn't have a clue what they were doing. I didn't know how many multiples of costumes I would need for how many multiples of photo doubles they would be able to get for the actresses and actors. So it was a real crapshoot, and our AD, Wayne Rose, invented a board game, so to speak. That was the Cylon base ship, and then he made all these little people, and we'd give it to the directors, and that's how they would figure out their shots and angles.
Did they decide to dress all the Cylons? Because I remember watching season 1, the 8s were naked from what I remember, and all of a sudden
that's just one scene. I remember that in your questions. I think when you saw them initially, it was in the rebirthing tub, so that's where they were all naked. And then there was the one scene with 8 doing the Tai Chi or whatever she was doing. But otherwise, everyone else
Cylons
was
are
dressed.
usually clothed then.
They usually are, and very well clothed.
Yes. So, if I say so myself. Exactly. So what are you working on now that BSG is coming to an end, I guess?
Well, I'm taking some R&R.
Oh.
Yeah, good. Absolutely. Absolutely. And then we'll start in on Caprica in the near future. Fantastic. So it's been great having this opportunity to speak with people and get a head start on that. I did the pilot for that. Good. At the same time that we were shooting Battlestar. Oh, wow. So it was a real adrenaline rush.
Are we going to see elements of the Battlestar Galactica series in Caprica, I guess, in terms of costume?
Nope.
Oh. That's kind of interesting.
Been there, done that.
Good stuff. Okay, great. Well, thanks so much for your time.
Okay, excellent. Cool. Good. Hey. That's it. Good. Well, thank you. All right. You're welcome. Oh, man. Oh.